Have you ever studied in a public school? Well, I did, and let me tell you something. It was a really hard experience. I actually don't remember all of it because it was in elementary school, the first years of elementary school, but I remember that it was really hard. My name is Daniel Hernandez, and I talk about potential solutions for addressing the metacrisis, but specifically in public education. While I was studying in a public school, I remember that I faced a really hard problem that affected me, and it was the infrastructure of this school, because it wasn't really small. It was a good building, but the problem it was that it was full of students. It was almost 40 students in each class, and we didn't receive the personal attention. So I remember that we also didn't receive different subjects, for example, English. I think that if I have received English while I was studying, it will be easier for me to find a better job probably, but I didn't. So it took me like 5 years of studying by myself English, so I get a good job. But it would be easier if I had received that since I was a child. That's why with my little sister, for example, I try to tell her that she needs to study English. If they don't teach them at school, she should start practicing by herself. For addressing this problem, I decided to talk about 3 specific ideas because I think that these 3 ideas are pillars for addressing this problem. The first one would be education. If we start with a well-educated society, I think we can improve technology. We can also find better economic opportunities. So that will eradicate poverty, maybe. That would make a better country and a better society. We also need to start raising awareness, because we need to make the people aware that they can make a change. They start by their own. They can get together in the future and make a change. I think that they can also, we also need to make them change their mindset, not their beliefs or what they want, but the way that they perceive different things or situations, because we can make a huge change without starting by small steps. I think that if we want to face something really big, we need to start by the roots. We need to see what the real problem is and how can we change that. We also need to community engagement, because while I was studying, I remember that we once went to plant trees outside school, around the blocks around the school, and I think that those types of activities can engage communities together, but we need to start maybe with activities that really can make a huge change, not just for the nature, but also for the society. We need to engage people together, because we need to put pressure maybe on the governments by making this community together. We can put pressure, and maybe we can start making change in the public education. In conclusion, in addressing the metacrisis through adjustments in education, awareness, raising, and community engagement, we are interconnecting the pillars for creating sustainable solutions. And before we finish, I would like to say something that has really made a big impact on how I perceive the real world. And it's because when I started to work, it was my first experience in the real world. And I've talked about this for example, with my little sister, because I don't want her to face the same problems as me. And it's that there's nothing that can hurt us as much as our thoughts, but there's also nothing that can heal us as much as our thoughts. Thank you.